I want people to take that I was very emotionally hurt when I wasn't able to defend myself as a young manager, and because I didn't know the business. So to have someone give me an award saying that you are what we consider great in your profession as an educator of the business that once you did not know, that meant everything to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm sure they obviously appreciated all your efforts and hard work and the fact that you were so passionate about it, because coming across, just speaking to you, we can all see you are so passionate about it. I mean, can you tell us more about the work? Because obviously you've been a manager, you're an A&R consultant, you're an executive, you're a professor. Can you talk more about the things that you do, like a panel speaker? Because I know you go to music industry related things as well.
Well, I mean, for me, all I did was take what I started at that school and I took it to a more international level. And I think I have looked at my voice as a way to help people become more in touch with this business that they may not always understand, or they may not be clear how to navigate through it. Yes, it's changing, it's evolving. There's always something new to be learned. There's always a twist in how, especially with technology and downloads and streaming and all these new things coming into our industry. But what I've come to realize is that no matter what new changes are coming into play, we're still in what I call the music business. And I think sometimes we have become victims of what I call business music.
Wow.
I think we have pushed the business part in front of the music part. And I can understand why to a degree. But I think what we've done is we've diluted the message. And the message of this is we are in the music business. That means make sure that the music is right before you start talking, because the music will bring the business to you. The business don't make the music good.
Take note, everybody listening out there, please take note. We have a very special guest in the show today letting us know exactly what's going on in the music industry. I'm just curious because you said that you grew up around music and you had some great artists coming around you when you were younger. So was that what made you want to get into it? How did you decide, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to get into the music industry?
No, actually, I was an athlete. I was a huge athlete. I played football, baseball, basketball. I was just all over the place. Like I competed. I was a competitor. I think everything about sports made me strong in my mental. Right. It made me stubborn about wanting to lose or wanting to give up. Right. And it was because I had coaches that put me in situations that always challenged me to, like just to give you an example, I went to a high school where the high school was already a very accomplished school. So I didn't do or excel at the level at that school that I felt I should have, but I didn't realize it was only because I was around a lot of great players. So I was never, it wasn't that I wasn't great. It was just that I wasn't as great as I should be. And so sometimes it ain't that you aren't, you could be on a great team. It's like if you're, on a football team and, and you're with Spain or whatever, and it's a great team, you might be a great player, but you're on a great team, which means a lot of great players. And so you gotta, you can't just, that means you gotta take yours to even another level. So when I left, I went down south to live with my grandfather, and playing football down south, the way they approached it from me, it just changed my whole mentality. They put me in a lot of situations that really kind of like would challenge me. Like if I'm playing, American football and I'm a wide receiver, but you making me go up against the linebackers, which is 250 pounds. You making me, lift weights and, and I'm, at the rate where I'm like that. And you got me going up against these kind of people, and you making me have to fight for what I believe in and prove that this is what I want. And then I came back to the States. I mean, back not to the States, but to Chicago, to the city. And I went to another school, and I just, I'm standing on the sideline because I was a walk-on for this football team, and I just noticed that they were the only position that was open was for what we call a defensive end, which is like a big man position. It's like, so you're supposed to be like a good 190, 250, something like that. Well, I wanted to play, so as a walk-on, I just said I said, Coach, I'll take the position. And and it meant I had to go up against one of the toughest players on the team.
Wow.
But because of me going down south and that training and the way they trained me and mentally trained me, I was ready. And I ended up getting the starting position because I just wore him out that whole day. I wasn't. And the coach seen that I wasn't afraid to fight him back. I wasn't afraid. I was strong mentally, and he gave me the position. And that kind of mindset I carry with me into everything that I do. And so when I came into this industry, I noticed that was something that a lot of people don't excel well in. If they get defeated, it's usually because their mentality isn't strong.
Right. Wow.
It's like, when you think about people going through the drugs and the amount of pressure that is put on people and the decisions that you have to make, and sometimes you don't have the money, or you don't have the people around you, or you don't have the knowledge about how to do something, and you don't know how to rebound from that. And I always tell people, it's this game, and I'm gonna break it down for you. Is this for me? It's mental, music, strategy, team, execution, presentation.
I like it. Wow. And so I'm not going to say that's simple, because I know that is, as you say, it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of different facets that you would have to bring into play. So this is the thing that, especially for young people, they would have to cultivate, would you say, as they get older, to say, okay, I'm going to have that mindset. I want this. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to keep going forwards no matter what happens, kind of
there
thing.
You go. I mean, but that's where the mental part comes into play, because in the mental part, you're gonna start out. You're a new artist, right? So that you're the rookie on the team. So let's say that the referee is calling all kind of fouls on you. People are pushing you around. People are trying to discourage you. Whatever. The only thing that's gonna save you is the quality of your work and your belief system in yourself and your mindset to not give up.
Wow.
And because then that'll your music is going to show that.
Absolutely. And people, as you say, people such as yourself will see that and hopefully be able to see, because obviously you may not have met somebody before you decide that you like what you're hearing. So that's what you're going on, that first impression, as you say, the presentation.
Right. Because the more people, you go back to that, what I just told you, right? This is what most people do. They do music, strategy, execution, presentation.
Okay.
So if you go back to what I said before, I said mental, music, strategy, team, execution, presentation.
Yeah, a lot of people don't have a team. Maybe they think they could do it all on their own, or they don't want to bring certain people in, or
exactly my point. Like there's no way we can do this by ourselves. Like we all need somebody. We gotta have people that we depend on, that we lean on, that have our back. It's just like you guys this morning. You guys are working as a team. And that's what's making this thing work. And you guys evidently have a great chemistry and you understand each other very well, which is what's made your show successful. But
thank you.
You guys you also have a great mentality. You can tell in your mentality that you really love what you do, and that you must have had to work to get to that point, to get that mindset. And so now, whereas your next step might be in the cultivating of your show, which is like where we say the music part. So now that you guys have the mental part right, and then you have worked on what you want the product to be, the product of your show, now the strategy is, takes place, because now once you know that part, then you know what kind of players you need, what kind of teammates you need, what kind of people is going to help you get to that, that level. And now it's just about execution and presentation.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I'm sitting there nodding my head because I'm just sitting there thinking, wow, I feel like this, but everything's a work in progress. Don't you think? You never stop learning. You never stop wanting to move forward. You never stop saying, okay, you can't ever say, oh, I'm famous or I'm successful and that's it. I can sit back now. There's always something.
That's 100% accurate. 100% accurate.
Yeah. It's fascinating. People, I hope you are getting a lot from speaking with my very special guest this afternoon. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you realize just how much I have wanted to speak to you, because I knew that you were so experienced and there was just so many things that you would be able to tell us, and as I say, drop knowledge on everyone over here around the world. So wow. We are going to take a short break right now, but we will be right back on the other side after this.
Let me hear you say, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's go. I walked in the room like a mag, headed to the coldest. Come and let me blow this. Say, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You bad and you know it. You ain't gotta front, you the coldest. Come on, let me blow this on you.
Hi, this is Avani. You're tuned in to the Ask Avani Show podcast on the Get Global Network.
Say, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Let me hear you say, oh yeah.
Good afternoon and welcome back. This is the Ask Avani Show right here on SoMetro Radio. I have a very, very special guest with me on the show today, Mr. Kevin Shine. Welcome back.
Hey, man. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much for your time today. Now, you have been telling us so many things about the music industry, how you got into the industry. Oh, my goodness. I know there's so many things I would love to ask you, but can I just ask you, can you talk a little bit about the first job that you had when you started out? Because I've heard that you were an intern, and one of the first things that you had to do was call radio stations and request artist airplay and things like that at that time?
Well, what happened was as a young wanting to be in this business person, I all I knew was I had to get to some people in the business, but it wasn't something I did by I did knowing this is how it was going to work. What happened was that at the time I was a student at Columbia College, and a friend of mine had a group, and I was one of the top directing students at the school. And so they asked me to come in, and they said, would you please, kind of help us with our show? I said, where y'all going? They said, well, we're going on tour with Big Daddy Kane, Queen Latifah, Third, all that. I'm like, oh, wow. And they're like, you want me to help you with your show? They're like, yeah, because, tell us your opinion, woo, woo, woo. So I came in and gave my notes and told them what I think they should do. And then I walked out the door. And I get a phone call from the manager. She's like, would you please come back? We want to hire you and have you work with us. Well, What was funny is that,